here's another one. So when I was in school, one of the first things I'd do every school year was befriend my bus drivers, because the one person you needed to have as an ally through the school year was a bus driver. So like I'd bring them candy, they got thermoses of hot chocolate in the morning when it was cold. Like I'd wish them happy birthdays. I'd remember when their kids' birthdays was, like the full 9 yards, right? So I could get away with some pretty hefty shit on the bus. And there was a period of time when I was in like elementary and middle school where my brother and I rode the same bus because we went to the same school because we were only about 3 years apart. And my brother, also being neurodivergent, he's dyslexic, had his fair share of bullies as well. And if you're somebody with a sibling, then you know the drill. Only you are allowed to fuck with your siblings. Nobody else has the right. That is your personal punching bag, and anybody else who tries has chosen death. So you can hazard a guess as to how much I liked my brother's bullies. Well, one year, back in elementary school, my brother got this really cool animatronic tarantula that was basically an RC car, but like, make it a spider type situation. And he loved this thing. It was like his favorite gift he had gotten that year, and he wanted to take it to school to show his friends. Well, when we got on the bus, he started like having it run up and down the aisle of the bus because he wanted to show his friends on the bus before he showed his friends at school. And one of the bullies decided to go, "Oh my god, spider!" and stomp on it. I fucking saw red. I was pissed, so I started plotting my revenge. Well, you see, in order to get to our school, our bus route took the interstate, and our bus driver never looked back to check on us when we were on the interstate because they didn't want to cause an accident. So I waited till we'd been on the interstate for about 2 minutes, so that I knew the bus driver wasn't going to turn around and look to see what was going on. Then I got up, and I walked down the aisle, and stopped in front of the seat of the kid who had broken my brother's toy. And I didn't give him time to do shit. I just grabbed his ass and slammed his face into the side of the bus. And because he was the bully, he had no one to back him up when I slammed his ass into the side of the bus and then knelt on him so he couldn't get up. So nobody came to his rescue when I started opening the window, and he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I was like, "This." And I grabbed his backpack and dumped that shit all over the interstate. He was so upset. He was like, "No, my homework, my iPod, my stuff was in there." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the fucking point. Mess with my brother again and you'll go out the window next." He tried to get me in trouble when we stopped eventually at the school. He went up to the bus driver who was like, "Hey, he threw my stuff out the window." And the bus driver was like, "Adrian, did you throw his stuff out the window?" And I was like, "What? No. Why would I do that? What reason would I have to do that?" And the bus driver was like, "That's what I thought. That's a good kid. He wouldn't do that. You're lying to me." I had all the teachers convinced that he was just lying to get out of turning in homework he didn't do. And nobody could prove that I had done it because this was before they installed cameras on buses. And he never fucked with my brother again. He left him alone after that because he was afraid to go out on the interstate.